you know, you get, so for so many years, whatever, I've been identified as Seema Khan. And, you know, like you say, you read anything, anywhere, and it's always about wife of so-and-so. So, you know, when you, it is a bit of a, you know, it's a transition, and, you know, you want to just, honestly, I can't, I always do things in my life very authentically and what is true to me. So, you know, I mean, whatever it is for me to understand, I think even I'm kind of, I was waiting to see that where the chips will fall. You know what I'm saying? So when you, it's, how can I say it? It's a big moment, but yeah, I mean, you'll watch in the show that there's more to me than just my last name.
I think what the show also portrayed is that we're all individuals.
Correct.
We're not just mothers and wives of someone, and you know.
Exactly.
So it doesn't matter. Yes. You know, the surname is incidental.
It's incidental.
Radio Nasha.
दीदियों
I like it.
कैसी हैं आप?
बढ़िया
बढ़िया. I love it. It's like coming to a tea party, except there's some sort of, you know, disease or something going on. क्योंकि मैं इस तरफ बैठी हूँ इस टी पार्टी पर, आप इस तरफ बैठी हैं. जहाँ बैठी बहुत खूबसूरत लग रही हैं. Each one of you, माशाल्लाह.
Thank you.
Like,
आप भी बहुत खूबसूरत लगती हैं.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Bhavana, Neelam, Maheep, as well as Seema, thank you so much and welcome back to Radio Nasha.
थैंक यू.
You know, पिछली बार जब शो ड्रॉप हुआ था, मुझे याद है, we went in expecting like क्या ही होगा, और उसके बाद हमने शो देखा, and the amount of conversation around this show, it was unprecedented. किसी को लगा नहीं था कि इतनी बातें होंगी. Let's look back at that time. उस दौर में तो, you know, we were also sitting at home watching a show, lots of content. Did that reach you once the pandemic got over? उसका क्या असर था? I want to talk about the stardom that this show gave you. Bhavana.
आपने बिल्कुल ठीक कहा कि फॉर द लॉन्गेस्ट वी डिडंट रियलाइज कि इस शो का क्या इम्पैक्ट हुआ है आउटसाइड. एंड जब मैं रिसेंटली मैं गई थी, आई वेंट टू द US एंड आई वेंट टू लंडन, एंड आई रियलाइज दैट हाउ मेनी पीपल हैड वॉच्ड द शो. बिसाइड्स ऑफ कोर्स इंडिया, देयर वर लॉट ऑफ पीपल एंड दे लव द शो. I mean, loved it, didn't love it, like it, whatever, but they all watched the show, which was amazing. एक और चीज़ मैंने रियलाइज़ की कि यूजुअली आई यूज्ड टू बी, जब भी फैंस आते थे और अगर वो फैमिली को देखते थे तो मेरे को कैमरा पकड़ा दिया जाता था कि हमारी फ़ोटो लो. हाँ, पर अब वो कहते थे आप भी फ़ोटो में आइए. सो दैट वाज अ ह्यूज चेंज फॉर मी.
Man, that is so sweet. I want to give you a kiss, but as I said, मैं थोड़ी दूर हूँ तुमसे. We are no stranger to stardom. Okay.
Yeah, but this time it was a little different. When I was doing films, there was no social media. Okay, you never could gauge your popularity or how many fans you had and from where. So for me, it was incredible because for the first time I could actually gauge how many fans I actually had because of social media and Instagram, because my DMs just exploded. And what was nice was, you know, people could connect to me directly who've watched my films, and, you know, now they're saying, like, young girls are messaging saying that my mum was your fan, now I'm your fan. So for me, I mean, that was a complete game changer because I realized that, okay, yeah, I did have a lot of fans back then. Okay, yes, I was out of the limelight and I wasn't in front of the camera. So things did change, and I could sort of touch base with my fans.
Fantastic. Seema, how has life changed? पहली बात तो माशाल्लाह क्या फिटनेस की मूर्ति. मैं सीमा को इंस्टाग्राम पे देख बना दिया मुझे. मूर्ति, really. And I see you on Instagram. मुझे याद आता है यार, मैंने अब तक वर्कआउट नहीं किया है.
हम सबको.
So you did the Sofit challenge.
हाँ, it started really. So thank you for that. Thanks to you.
I told you, I messaged you.
But now it's gone. अब थोड़ा unfit हो गया. Unfit challenge वापस आ गया. But बहुत सारी चीजें change हुई है तुम्हारे लिए सीमा.
Yeah, you know, for me is, I've never seen something like this. I was very, very overwhelmed with so much of love, and the amount of women and children and, like, you know, the kids that reached out to me. My son's friends in university who are Americans and Canadians, they were like, oh, your mom was superb. It was, I still have to pinch myself. I'm like, is this really happening? Sometimes I feel I'm living in an alternate universe because I just, you know, when I started traveling, I mean, I go to Dubai all the time. Nobody's ever stopped me. Some people recognize me through the mask and they want to take a selfie. I'm like, you know what? Every time I just say, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Like, that is the only feeling that I have is that, you know how you have that feeling you're waiting for the other shoe to drop? मुझे ऐसा हो जाता है because I'm an anxious person. Yeah. But on a lighter note, I get sometimes it helps in restaurants to get tables.
I love it.
It's very exciting. That is the best part.
Hi, this is Seema.
No, I don't do it. I send somebody, my sister or one of my friends is going, you know, she's fabulous. And then I'll just smile coyly, like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Nice.
Table mil gaya.
I love her. This is why I want this show to drop soon, this next season to drop soon, because मुझे ऐसे real चीजें चाहिए.
Oh God, I do it. I mean, I try.
That's lovely.
Sometimes I get rejected also.
That's not okay. Let season 2 drop now.
Yeah, really. I'm like, really? You want to see my Insta?
Yeah. Maheep, I remember you were the revelation on the show. मतलब लोगों ने वो बाइनोक्यूलर्स की बात इतनी सीरियसली ले ली थी कि अभी 2 साल बाद भी लोग यही पूछ रहे होंगे कि बाइनोक्यूलर्स हैं क्या?
Of course.
Hey.
They don't leave my house. They're in my living room. I'm obsessed with my binoculars. I like seeing people. I love watching, even if I'm abroad or whatever, I like sitting in a cafe and just looking at people, what they're doing.
Correct.
And it's my guilty pleasure.
There is a pressure usually, and I've noticed this about women-based shows. कि पहले season में usually, if you take the trajectory of any show, you take Masaba, or you take another show, you know, which is based on women, like, you know, there's other shows on other platforms. पहले season में usually it's about just saying who we are and what we do, okay? लेकिन the second season gives the scope for women to tell their stories. तो क्या ये होने वाला है season 2 में? अगर आप हमें एक insight दे पाएं, भावना.
So definitely.
Okay.
I think this season may, I mean, first season, as you said, was more about who we are.
Yeah.
You know, each one kind of being introduced to the world, whose wives we are, whose mothers we are, and so many more things. But I think this season is going to be what we are. You know, like what we are as people, human beings, with each other, a lot more deep, a lot more emotional. In fact, मैंने अभी 3-4 दिन पहले हम लोगों ने ट्रेलर देखा था, which is going to be out soon. और I actually felt emotional seeing the trailer. Because it was kind of summing up the whole season into something very small, but I think people are going to see a very different side to each one of us.
Correct.
Including a Maheep, Seema, all of us. Like, you're going to see a very, very different side.
You know what I find really interesting, Seema, for you is the fact that, you know, there's other things that have changed. You know, so the Instagram name has changed. Also the fact that the status has changed in terms of not being a wife anymore. And you're still on the show, you know. So this is incredible, I would say. Is it because you're still the best of friends, or इस unit से किसी को निकालना, you know, मुमकिन नहीं होगा?
नामुमकिन है.
नामुमकिन है. Yeah, it's not possible.
It's not possible. But at the same time, it's also about the fact that we're not just wives, you know, and I think that's what this is about. इसके बारे में मुझे बताओ.
No, look, you know what? It is, you know, you get, so for so many years, whatever, I've been identified as Seema Khan. And, you know, like you say, you read anything anywhere and it's always about wife of so-and-so. So, you know, it is a bit of a, you know, it's a transition and, you know, you want to just, I always do things in my life very authentically and what is true to me. So, you know, I mean, whatever it is for me to understand, I think even I was waiting to see that where the chips will fall. You know what I'm saying? So when you, it's, how can I say it? It's a big moment, but yeah, I mean, you'll watch in the show that there's more to me than just my last name.
I think what the show also portrayed is that we're all individuals.
Correct.
We're not just mothers and wives of someone, and you know.
Exactly.
So it doesn't matter.
Yes.
You know, the surname is. It's incidental.
It's
there,
incidental.
But the fact that we're all individuals, and that platform, not that we were looking to do this, but the platform showcased that listen, we are working, we're worried about them, we're mothers, there's so much more to us than
Yeah, you just happen to
that,
be
yeah.
around a very glamorous side of things. But, you know, as women, I mean, every woman, even if she was not in the business incidentally, has this story that deserves to be told. Which brings me to you, Neelam, because your fans, you know, finally they got to see you in this full-fledged show. And मुझे अभी भी याद है, there were these scripts that you were reading, you know, in season 1. तो fans से मुझे सिर्फ एक ही सवाल आया, because in the morning on the radio मैंने कहा मैं जा रही हूँ नीलम से मिलने. खत्म. You know, I'm part of a retro radio station. So ये जो station है, उस पे तुम्हारे गाने अभी भी बजते हैं.
Wow.
So it's amazing. So I played your song and I said, what would you like to ask? कि यही कि कब देखेंगे उन्हें, कोई फिल्म अच्छी लगी, कोई स्क्रिप्ट पसंद आई.
See, honestly, I am doing something, but it's one episode in a very popular scripted show. To be honest, I haven't come across a script that has moved me, to be honest with you. And I've also realized that after shooting for this one stint that I did, I mean, it takes a lot of your time. And now I realize that I have a family, I have a young daughter, I have my businesses, and I have this show. It's too much. So if something comes my way that is worth giving my time, then 100% I would do it. But otherwise, right now my priority is my child, my family, my work. So
Beautiful.
I think I've realized, because I shot for like 10 days or whatever, and I was like, God, you know, how did I do this? I could do it back then because I was on my own. I wasn't married, I didn't have a kid. You know, I didn't have a business, that was all I did. But if you're only acting, it's fine. But to act and do other things, it's very hard.
It is.
It is very hard.
It is. I know. And how do you manage to look that way? I just don't know. All of you. You know, you do all of this and in heels and in makeup and in hair. And I was just like, I can hardly get out of bed, girls, by the time you all do all of these things. I really enjoyed the cameo in Masaba too.
Thanks.
That was really fun. I mean, it's also the first episode, so I just loved it.
Yeah.
Also, Netflix. So that was fun overall. I'm going to take this to Maheep. Maheep, इस बार तुम्हारे जो catch phrases हैं वो बहुत ज़्यादा famous हो गए.
By default, I don't know.
Default. I mean, it was just amazing. I mean, everybody was talking like Maheep Kapoor after that, and it was a lot of fun. Is baar, what do you hope that the audience is going to, you know, take back from Maheep Kapoor? Is there something you want to leave out there with this season?
Like I think everyone has said, the first season was scratching the surface. We have gone the tip of the iceberg, so to speak. We've gone so much more deeper. I think maybe people will be a little surprised at few of my emotions and my outbursts. I don't think they're going to be expecting a lot of things.
Wow. Okay, fantastic. I look forward to season 2. I can't wait for it. But not before. Hum jayenge before doing something fun. And this is, of course, you have to blame your friend Karan Johar for it.
Rapid fire.
Oh, rapid fire! Oh, God.
I was dreading this.
Okay, so keep them, you know, rapid and keep them full of fire. Anybody could answer. Okay, so that's the fun.
That's
all right?
good.
Oh,
I
lovely.
won't be answering any.
Oh, come on. Okay, I might point to you. ठीक है, सबसे पहले. Actually, I'll start with you. क्योंकि क्लास में ऐसे ही होता है.
The last bencher.
Yes, last bencher को ही पकड़ेंगे.
आगे बुला लो.
Maheep, Adia, last bencher. एक gossip मुझे बताओ नीलम के बारे में.
Neelam के बारे में.
Why would you do this to me? Asking her the question, giving her anxiety.
But honestly, itani boring. Prissy princess. There's nothing I can think of. I wish I had some gossip.
Zero. Oh no.
Honestly,
Good
I
girl.
wish. What good girl? I would have spilled the beans if I knew something.
Rubbish, you wouldn't have.
I
Actually,
would have.
really
Don't tempt me. I'll make something up.
Aren't you happy there's nothing?
In real life, Seema, आपके WhatsApp group का नाम क्या है चारों का?
बता दूं.
बता दो.
It's nothing
There's nothing
Oh, yeah. Isn't it the Fabulous Us?
No, fabulous.
It's called Bollywood Wives Private.
Private. We've got so many Bollywood wives.
Bollywood Wives के किसी और group में कुछ डाल दिया.
By mistake, I've almost sent it on the other group.
That's what I'm saying. Private Bollywood Wives.
We need to
Private.
change it something
group
different.
chats of Bollywood wives. So at the end, there's private.
And
At the
it's
end,
capital,
na, we need to put it
private.
at the beginning.
Seema, miss मत कर देना.
Yeah, but I'm very
That
capable of sending the
message
wrong message on the wrong group.
And I always do.
Good, you reminded me. I'm changing it as soon as we
You're the admin.
कुछ तो फायदा हुआ
that.
रोटॉक से मिलने का आज. Thank God for that. No, but you must.
Yeah.
You must. This is us is great. Okay, great. एक ऐसी चीज जिसके बारे में सबसे ज्यादा डिस्कशन होती है उस ग्रुप पर.
Photos.
अच्छा.
Photos.
Photos
Off late.
Sorry, which group?
A private.
किसी WhatsApp group.
What chats?
Photos.
I don't like this
Our
picture. I don't like that picture.
Our complaints come on this group also.
Correct.
Or
Where,
complaint.
if we're irritated about
I think
someone,
all the venting.
all the venting comes on
happens.
this.
It's more
This
venting.
person was so annoying.
I don't like this photo.
Or this viewer was the most boring.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I hope that isn't me. All right.
And otherwise, WTF, how long more?
That's true. अच्छा, इस group chat पर and my office is obsessed with your group chat clearly because this is all they want to know. They're all girls. Okay, I run a team of wonderful girls and they're all such big fans. They just want to meet you all. They're like in their like.
We should have actually come to your office.
Yeah.
With that garlands and all, you all welcome. So much fun.
You saw how we welcome Ananya, no? It was
we have to be welcomed like that.
Yeah.
Please bring them.
Netflix is not
Next
giving us
time-
garlands.
I want garlands and the
I want
blue
garlands.
and it's so much
Season
fun.
3.
We're going there. We are going there.
But इनको जानना है कि इस group में कभी hot लड़कों की तस्वीरें exchange होती है क्या?
Of course.
Oh,
Not. ये बोली.
Boli, देखो.
Whose
Listen
picture
to
have you
me.
shared?
Actually, we've not shared anyone.
haven't.
But we
We
do.
haven't.
Yeah.
Where
But
we shared it.
Come on, girls. Don't be.
Everything
Hang
is
on, wait. We
Instagram.
shared. Don't talk nonsense.
You know, y'all are talking
Oh, yeah,
so
you're
crap.
talking
I want to tell you all.
Recently we shared
We
one.
did
You all
share.
shared one recently. You got it.
and
right?
Neelam, wake up.
Yeah,
That
one.
picture
Wake
went
up.
in every WhatsApp group.
There
I have a sticker
Everyone shared
also.
that.
I have a
was.
sticker of that.
you have a sticker?
I made a sticker of that picture.
Yeah.
Is it on your
It's
laptop?
so hot.
It's
Please
very
sell
hot.
them. I'll buy them
It's on
from the
our
house of Seema. I'll buy it from them.
I'm the sticker queen.
But let's be honest, that's the only one.
Yeah.
That's the only one that's made it to our group.
अच्छा, collectively, एक
No, but lots have made it to the other group.
Which group?
We have a
How many
group on
groups do we have?
On Insta, we have a group.
That we
Funny. This is like made it.
This was made it on.
made it. Collectively, एक इंसान जिस पे आप चारों को बेहद प्यार है, hotness की मिसाल है वो. कौन?
Ranveer
Ranveer
Singh.
Singh.
Unanimously.
Ranveer.
Nice, nice. एक ऐसी चीज जो in generation after you that you're extremely jealous of. Like, what are we jealous of? Like, I am jealous of.
I am jealous of the fact that the kids today are fearless. And that, like, nothing phases them. I want that.
Fantastic. Same for you?
No.
No.
Not at all.
They're super
I feel-
confident and phaseless.
I feel that it's sad that they didn't grow up in our generation. We had a blast.
Our generation was the
Best.
Yeah.
It was there was no social media.
We had good, clean fun.
Yeah, and there was no judging.
No, but I want to tell you one thing. Back in the day when we broke up with boyfriends, ro ro ke, haal was kharab. Nowadays the girls are like,
Moving on.
they're moving on, really.
We're chilling.
They're chilling, they don't
Talk
care.
about yourself, Roroke. I didn't give a shit. Huh? Talk about yourself. I moved on also.
You moved on, बाकी रो रहे थे. बाकी रो के गुजारा कर रहे थे.
Like this one.
Please मत रोना.
I think I feel their focus and like how clear they are with what they want to do and even be able to change their mind when they want to. And everyone being okay with that.
I think you're right. The
Yeah.
clarity they have
Is insane.
is incredible.
Also,
Because
the
That also
confidence,
comes from
the confidence
it
that
comes from
these
being
children
fearless.
have
All of
nowadays.
this.
And also if they want
We never
to
had that.
They know.
They just know.
They're not afraid of any
Like,
consequences.
I
And
never
they're
knew
not-
at that age.
Yeah.
what you want to do.
It wasn't that I was not fearless. But I just didn't know. I
were
could get
clueless.
confused. I was, yeah.
Clueless, yeah.
We didn't have, and also I feel like and the kind of support they get.
I was just going to say that
Yeah.
you're forgetting the most important thing that we should all be jealous of. They have you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was just the support they get to
Yes.
change
I
their mind.
love that.
Yeah. But it's
That's
true.
what I'm jealous of. You didn't have me. Use it the next time when you need it.
Good one.
All right. आप चारों में से who is the worst keeper of secrets?
We've been asked this so often, but I think what keeps us so close is that we are so good with secrets.
How can you be
What is
friends for
meant
so
to
long
be?
if you can't keep secrets?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Possible.
Fair enough. Who's the most gullible in the group? मतलब जो कुछ भी मान लेंगे.
I think it's a toss between Bhavana and Seema.
No, I don't think anymore. I feel like now we've all reached a stage in our life where each one has wisened up in their own way.
Yeah, gullible. No
Yeah.
one's gullible.
Not anymore.
But who's the most gullible out of all four of us?
I don't think anyone.
Anyone anymore.
Everyone's become street smart now.
Yeah.
Street smart.
Everyone's
गए वो
smartened up.
दिन, गए वो दिन.
मुझे जूते बहुत पड़े हैं
सबको जूते
now
पड़े हैं।
बस
सबको पड़े हैं
तो
in their own
आप
way.
चारों
Yeah.
चतुर चीते हैं,
अब
है ना? चतुर
at least we would like to think so.
Hashtag name of group चतुर चीते.
I like it.
I like. Okay, who amongst you gets away being cute? मतलब अगर पुलिस ने पकड़ लिया तो सबसे पहले कौन छूटेगा?
That's not me.
No, tries
Yeah.
to be very cute is Seema and gets away also a lot of times.
अभी referring to Oman
I'm referring to Oman.
Oh my
and,
God, that was
and
so
the Gen Z.
whatever yeah okay I try to get out of things when I get caught yeah
Yeah, so it's you. Okay, so we all agree with this.
Yeah.
सबसे ज़्यादा attention, okay, एक दूसरे generation से किसको मिलता है? It's Neelam, guys. It's
I think it's Neelam. Yeah, it's
I was
Neelam.
going to say it's Neelam.
it's Neelam.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Which amongst you is likely to end up in jail?
Oh my God. I
Not
hope none
me.
of
Not
us.
me for sure.
Never.
Help me out.
I it cannot be me
It cannot be any of us.
yeah
What is the one piece of advice you want to give women, okay, who might be, in a place where they might be wanting to get married and, successfully so. But even then, even though it looks like an extremely successful union, what is it that you still want to tell the women? Maheep, I'm going to take each of your...
I say this to my daughter all the time. Get married to whoever you want. Be independent. Financially, mentally, everything. Then I don't care. Then their life is your journey. But as long as you have that mental independence also to do what you want later on in life, things happen, shit happens. Be independent.
Thank you for that.
see look it's very clear for me marry your best friend love all of this aside marry your best friend who you can be with 100% of yourself 100% of the time that's when it's going to work
Thank you.
best friend
Thank you for that.
So marriage is definitely important, but a woman shouldn't let go of her personality and who she is as an individual. Just because you've changed your surname doesn't mean you have to change your personality. I think a lot of women make that mistake to adapt and mold and, of course, into a big family. But I feel as young girls who are getting married, like Maheep said, it's very important for a woman to be independent, not financially, but just follow your dreams. You don't have to let go and give up everything. That's it.
Fantastic.
I think it's a bit of what all of them have said. I definitely believe in the institution of marriage, and I would say take your time. Don't rush into it. Marry your best friend, be independent, and marry your best friend. It's like that. Take your time.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
आपका rapid fire खत्म हो गया है.
Wow.
That was so
That was
The last time I remember, they say some trips, कुछ trips आप लेते हो, लेकिन some trips take you. So there was a trip that the four of you took, and it did make you face your fears. As an audience, I love it. I want to see four amazing women I love and follow, taking me to a different destination, and then in the process finding out something about themselves. What is the destination this time, girls? Can you at least tell us that? कहीं गए?
Yeah,
we went to.
we did
We've done Rajasthan.
Jawai.
Jawai.
It's a little outside of Jodhpur. It's a
Safari.
game reserve, right? Yeah.
Okay.
But really
It was fun.
It was different.
It was different.
was
and
very
different.
swanky.
We faced our fears, huh?
These two did.
We faced our...
We faced our fears.
they
Different
faced,
types of fears.
Different types.
we also faced our emotional fears.
I believe so. I can't. दिखा दो मुझे ये show. Because then maybe I'll watch it and I'll talk to you again.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, of course.
You have to,
You have
yeah.
to.
Yeah.
For right now, of course, this is all I know. So I'm going to leave you,
Thank you.
smiling, and thank you so much for
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Radio Nasha.